You ever had that moment where you finally lie down, scroll for a bit, check one more video, and suddenly it's 3 a.m.? Then you wake up 6 hours later, your eyes feel like they've been rubbed with sandpaper, your brain is wrapped in a thick fog, and you say the same thing you always do: I'll sleep early tonight. But tonight never comes. Yet somehow there's that one entrepreneur, that one elite athlete, or that one high performer on your feed saying, I only sleep 5 hours and I feel amazing. And you're sitting there on your third coffee wondering, how is that even biologically possible? Well, today you're going to understand the actual science behind how some people sleep less and still wake up feeling fresh, sharp, and fully charged. We are going to hack your rest, not destroy your health. This is the science of high efficiency recovery. The first truth you need to accept is this: it's not about how long you stay in bed. It's about how efficiently your brain moves through its internal cycles. Your brain doesn't just turn off when you close your eyes, it goes through 4 stages of sleep every 90 minutes on average. You move from light sleep to deep sleep, and finally to REM sleep. Deep sleep is your body's repair shop. It's where your muscles grow, your immune system resets, and your energy batteries recharge. REM sleep is your brain's IT department. It handles focus, creativity, and memory. When your cycles are clean and aligned, your body gets better recovery even when sleep time is limited. But if your sleep is fragmented by blue light, stress, or caffeine, you can stay in bed for 10 hours and still wake up feeling dead to the world. Our goal isn't more time in bed, it's more high-yield sleep per hour. But what most people never realize is that this switch isn't just a mental choice. It's a biological lock that stays closed for a very specific reason. And that reason is hidden in a skill your brain uses to sync itself with the planet. To understand why you can wake up refreshed on less sleep, we have to look at the machinery of your internal clock. To master your energy, you have to master your circadian rhythm. Your brain loves consistency more than anything else. Every night you go to sleep and wake up at the same time, you are training your internal clock to release melatonin automatically. Stanford studies have shown that irregular sleep schedules confuse the brain, making your deep sleep periods shorter and much lighter. This is why you feel like a zombie on Monday morning after sleeping in on Sunday. You've essentially given yourself social jet lag without ever leaving your house. Set a fixed wake-up time and stick to it, even on weekends. That rhythm alone will make your mornings shockingly fresh because your brain starts preparing to wake up an hour before you actually open your eyes. This brings us to the 90-minute rule. Because each cycle lasts about 90 minutes on average, waking up in the middle of one is a disaster for your energy. If your alarm goes off while you're in deep sleep, you experience sleep inertia, that heavy, groggy feeling that takes hours to shake off. But if you wake up right as a cycle ends, you feel instantly awake. 6 hours can sometimes feel better than 7 if you wake at the end of a sleep cycle. 7 hours is 3.5 cycles, meaning you're being ripped out of your deepest recovery phase. Plan your sleep in multiples of 90 minutes. 6 hours or 7.5 hours, don't settle for the random in between. You are essentially timing your exit from the dream world so you land on your feet. Now, before we get into the physical hacks, there is one elite habit that 99% of people skip, and it's the reason your brain stays wired even when your body is exhausted. In a moment, I'm going to show you the specific 60-second morning habit that determines how deeply you'll sleep tonight, and it has nothing to do with your bed sheets. But first, we need to talk about the pre-sleep descent. Think of your brain like a jet engine. You can't just flip a switch and expect it to be cool instantly. You need a descent. This is where we use the 3-2-1 method. 3 hours before bed, no heavy meals, so your body focuses on repair instead of digestion. Digestion requires energy and raises your core temperature, which is the exact opposite of what you need for deep sleep. 2 hours before bed, no more work or high-stress thinking, close the laptop, and 1 hour before bed, no more screens. The blue light from your phone mimics the sun, telling your brain to suppress melatonin and stay awake. Replace that screen with dim, warm lights, a book, or a calm playlist. This signals your nervous system that the hunt is over and it's time to rest. Interestingly, the quality of your sleep is often decided the very second you wake up. First thing after waking, don't touch your phone. Step outside for 10 minutes. That natural light exposure resets your circadian rhythm, suppresses any leftover melatonin, and triggers a massive boost of serotonin, your hormone for mood, motivation, and alertness. You will feel your brain literally click into wakefulness. This light exposure sets a timer in your brain. 14 hours from this moment, your body will start producing melatonin for tonight. If you skip the morning sun, your brain doesn't know when the day started, so it won't know when to start the sleep process tonight. Now, combine this light with a splash of cold water or 20 jumping jacks. You trigger a spike in dopamine and noradrenaline. Within 3 minutes, your sleep inertia is gone. You've shifted your body from hibernate to performance mode. But here's the real twist that most people get wrong. The problem was never the amount of hours you stayed in bed, but a hidden adenosine debt you've been carrying. Adenosine is the chemical that builds up in your brain while you're awake, creating sleep pressure. The only way to clear it effectively is through quality sleep. But your relationship with caffeine is probably a lie. Caffeine doesn't give you energy. It just masks the tiredness by blocking the adenosine receptors. The caffeine stays in your system for 6 to 8 hours. If you drink coffee at 2 p.m., even if you fall asleep at 10, your deep sleep quality drops by up to 30%. You are essentially sleeping, but your brain isn't recovering. The rule is simple. No caffeine after 2 p.m. Let your brain actually process the fatigue so it can actually fix it. Advanced sleep optimization is also about your environment. Your bedroom should be a cave. Dark, cold, and quiet. The ideal temperature for deep sleep is between 18 and 20 degrees Celsius. When your body temperature drops, it signals the brain to enter the deepest recovery stages. If your room is too warm, your heart rate stays elevated and you spend the night tossing and turning in light sleep. Use a sleep mask to achieve pitch black conditions. The darker it is, the more melatonin your body produces. You are trying to convince your ancient biological brain that you are safe in a cool, dark sanctuary? But here is another aha moment. The quality of your sleep is often a reflection of the quality of your thoughts before you close your eyes. If your mind is racing with to-do lists and anxieties, your brain stays in beta waves, the active alert mode. You need to shift into alpha and theta waves for deep sleep. The easiest way to do this is a brain dump. Before bed, write down everything that's on your mind. Every task, every worry, every idea. Once it's on paper, your brain feels it has saved the file, and it finally has permission to shut down. You aren't overthinking, you just haven't given your thoughts a place to land. We've been taught to think of sleep as a weakness, a tax we have to pay to get to the next day. But sleep is a performance tool. Success isn't about who stays up the latest, it's about who wakes up with the most clarity, calm, and focus. You cannot pour from an empty brain. Mastering efficient recovery gives you your life back. It gives you the edge over everyone else who is just grinding their way into a burnout. When you start sleeping smarter, you realize you don't need more hours in the day. You just need better energy in the hours you already have. One day soon, you'll wake up before your alarm. Your eyes will open naturally, your heart will be calm, and your mind will be crystal clear. In that moment, you'll realize that you've finally mastered the machine. You aren't just surviving the day anymore, you are dominating it. You aren't fighting your biology, you are working with it. If this video gave you the aha moment you needed to fix your schedule, let me know in the comments. Which of these hacks are you starting tonight? The 3-2-1 method or the 90-minute rule? Drop a comment and let's hold each other accountable. Subscribe because next week we're going even deeper into how to stay focused all day without relying on external stimulants. Take a deep breath, reset your rhythm, and I'll see you in the next one.